let's get this show on the road. Didn't mean to turn it down that much. Let's get going. Hi, everyone. I'm Corey Myers with the Level Up Business Mastery Group on Facebook. Today is Saturday. It's a special Saturday because it's the final day of our 8-week mastermind offering, sponsored by Level Up Business Mastery and Level Up Inner Circle. I shouldn't say sponsored. It's brought to you by. We're not sponsoring our own thing. Yeah, so we've got an 8-week mastermind coming up. We've sold most of the seats, if not all of them, by today. And I really haven't been in control of that side of things, but this is the last day. We are going to finalize it today. We're not going to go live anymore on this topic on the 8-week mastermind. We're just going to start doing that. Last day. So if we do have some seats left, or if we don't, it doesn't matter. Get your free strategy session. Because if we do have a seat left, then maybe you can get in that seat. If we don't have a seat left, do a free strategy session because it's free. We'll get you some action items and you'll be ready to go. It's a special Saturday, so here's to mimosas and coffee and water. I've got the all of the beverages for our little hour jaunt down into the growth zone. You're ready to go into expanding your operational capacity. We'll be pulling from a very old version of this because I have a picture that I cannot find. And so I'm going to have to redo the picture in new colors for my new branding. Well, I haven't done that yet. We haven't gotten there. So we're going to be pulling from basically a blog post back in the day. All right. 8-week mastermind, if you haven't heard of it, is an 8-week program followed by a membership in our inner circle with, all kinds of growth curriculum that is self-paced. You can just go into that course and learn what you are doing. This is something today that I'll be transferring into courses. However, I have a lot more information available on this course that I have in my hand, but we're just going to touch one little piece. So, get into the inner circle. If you don't get a seat on this 8-week mastermind, no worries. This is for 8 businesses. We don't want any more. It's a capacity issue. And we just want to do that for a couple of businesses so that we can get to know them and really dig deep. However, you can do a lot online learning by yourself. And with the help of our monthly masterminds in the Inner Circle Mastermind group, we will be able to cater to some of those that need a little bit extra help. And then with our other circle, we have some other circles. You can actually get discounts on private services and things like that. So depending on your level of interest in the program, we can give you different things. Right? Now, the 8-week mastermind, we're going to do one-on-one services with you. You're going to meet with Robert, and then you're also going to meet with Corey each week. I'm Corey. So you're going to meet with an expert twice a week, 2 experts, and then we're also going to do a mastermind. Plus, you're going to have access to the online learning curriculum. So, I feel like Kathy Lee and Hoda on the Today Show, drinking some adult beverages. Was that the Today Show? They had their own little show, too. So, I say little show. It was a big show. I don't even remember what it's called. So we want to make sure that you are selling more of what you sell. We want to make sure that you are expanding your business to include certain things that help you survive in a recession or in a COVID like pandemic. We want to make you recession proof. In these 8 weeks, it's probably not going to happen. However, you're going to have the knowledge and tools to be able to do that. And that's why we have that membership in the Level Up Inner Circle, because we want to follow up with you. We don't want to just do the 8 weeks and then leave you hanging. That's not our style. So we're going to give you access to that inner circle. All right, let's talk about operational capacity and expanding it. Let's get off of this subject. This is the last day. Let's have some fun, guys. Throw some comments in the comments section, and I will try to read them. Guys, the operational capacity equation. What is operational capacity, and how do I know what mine is? We've got a lot of words in these old manuscripts. But the answer is right here. There's no one exact formula to calculate capacity. However, you can take a few common factors and apply them to your business. When we have X number of customers, we start to bend on customer service. So where does your limit of customer service happen, right? So when do you start curving that down? In fact, let's make me bigger, I think. No, you're not going to be able to read that. You can't read any of this. It's too small. So I know what we can do. Oh, all the words. All right. I will say, actually, let's show you this just because I'm a guy that likes my tangents. We're going to go up to the top. So we've got lots of information in this one module. And I've got lots of modules. So this is what I'm doing. I'm breaking things down into small videos for everyone. And this is one that we haven't broken down yet. So when we have X number of customers, we start to bend on customer service. Okay. Make that yellow. What non-employee assets do we use to manage volume? CRM software. You can put thousands of people in your CRM software. So that shouldn't be a bottleneck. Call forwarding. Well, if someone's not available because they're on the phone all day, we need to forward that to a different phone. Employee cross-training. Guys, if somebody gets stuck and they're the only one that can do it, you're in trouble. Cross-train your employees. Any employee should be able to help a client to a minimum standard of care. Hey, what can I help you with? I'm not your normal person, but what can I help you with? Hey, you can help me with this complicated subject. Oh, well, okay. I know a little bit about that, so I can help at least get you started, and then we'll have to pass you on to an expert when they become available. I just made that up off the top of my head. I'm basically a genius. No, this is not my second or third memo, so this is my first. I'm not a genius. But self-serve, online ordering. Guys, if you can go online and just purchase a membership, then do it. Or have that be part of your business, right? Ooh, that's hot. Comparatively. Self-serve, outsource shipping, or drop shipping techniques. Guys, if you are packing packages of clothing or whatever in your house, and you're staying up to all hours, there's a thing called outsourced shipping and storage. You just ship it over to XYZ company and they will actually just put it on their shelf. You basically buy shelf space. And then whenever an order comes in, they fill the order and ship it out. You don't have to touch it. Why would you be touching it? Drop shipping is when you get something ordered and it comes from a company, and you basically just order it from the company and send it to your client. And so you never have inventory, which we talked about yesterday is somewhat of a drag. It's kind of it's a waste to have a lot of inventory. Outsourced advertising and marketing team. Guys, if you can't handle your marketing because you're too busy, outsource it. Too easy. What are those things that are easily flexible to high or low volume? What are those things in your business? What are those things that each customer must have and there's a limited quantity of supply of them? So this would include employee time. So this is what I'm saying here is those things that each customer has to have. Let's put me at the bottom here at least, maybe. Those things that the customer must have every time they come through your door. They're going to get a sticker, they're going to get a bottle of champagne, and they're going to get a balloon animal. And we are going to give that to them each time. Well, we've only got one clown that makes balloon animals. So, how do we amplify that? How do we cut that bottleneck out? Maybe cross-train some additional employees on how to make balloon animals. So you got the clown in the presence of the people. However, if there's there's just an inundation of clients that need balloon animals, then you can have a staff member that knows how to make balloon animals. Too easy. So how do you cut these bottlenecks out with the employees? We're not going to read all of this today because there's a lot and we really need to get through this to get to this. So how many clients can you serve with 13 massage therapists? This looks like okay, let's talk about limiting factors first. Limiting factors are your ability to take on new clients. They limit that ability, right? For like a social media marketing professional, 18 clients is like super maximum, way high. They're not going to have good quality of life, So maybe one person manages 15 accounts instead of 18. And once they start reaching that 16 and stuff, you bring on a new person or you start to slide those over to someone else, delegate those throughout the team. For one person to manage 15 accounts, customer service begins to decline. Figure out your thresholds. Make sure that you're getting things done. Do you have assets on the bench to get additional resources through other means, such as outsourcing when needed, right? So one of the things I love is setting a marketing firm up and saying, here's all my branding, here's everything, whatever. We are going to do it for the first little while by ourselves, but here in 2-3 months, we want to hire you. And having that knowledge that I'm going to pass this on to you. So I want you guys, we're going to pay you just for research for the first 2 months. You're going to watch everything we do. We're going to have a certain style. I want you guys to start mimicking that style and figuring that out. And if it's awful, then it's awful. But we want you to start looking at what we're trying to do. And we'll continue to have meetings once a month until we hire you. But we're paying you for research first. We can do it while we don't have any clients. We want to set this up ourselves because that's a core competency of ours. It's not a core competency of yours. Don't do it. So what are the limiting factors to taking on new clients? Well, we can't take on new clients until we have a new lawyer on board as a young lawyer on our team. How many clients can you serve? How do you calculate that capacity? How do you know? Right? So if you've got 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour massage and your business is open from 8 to 7 p.m., how do you calculate your capacity? And you have 5 massage rooms with 13 massage therapists. Ooh, this is a tough question. I'm glad I wrote this back in the day. Note, I haven't even looked at this in probably years because nobody cares. Just kidding. I've looked at it a couple times. We just haven't done anything with it. At any point in your hourly capacity, is there a bottleneck limiting factor of rooms? Yeah. Maximum 10 clients per hour if they choose the 30-minute massage. Absolutely. But you got to go back and look at your data and see, okay, usually 80% of our clients choose the 1 hour, 10% choose the 30-minute, and the other 10 choose the 2 hour. Then you've got a reset time. With a massage, you've got to go clean the table. You've got to do things. You have 300 clients in the field. Not all of them require your resources on a daily basis. Some people like to get massages every 2 months, every 1 month, every week. All right. So basically, how do you calculate your capacity? That's a great question. And this is what I help clients do. We calculate the capacity. We make sure that we're doing the sales activities that lead to, and that's what this is all about up here, is we're talking about your funnel, your KPIs. What are your sales activities that are going to lead you to your capacity, right? If you're a food truck, you do 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day. You're out late at the bar so that the people that go to bars can have some food at midnight, right? So how much can you churn every day? What are your limiting factors there? Well, you can only be in one spot at a time with a food truck unless you have 2 food trucks. So that's a limiting factor. But why would you not seek out to fill those meals? Say, I'm going to be out here, you're going to have clients for me, and I'm going to serve those clients. I'm going to be at your dentist's office every Wednesday at noon. And you've got 50 employees in there, so I'm going to feed them. And you're going to subsidize it a little bit, so it's like $6 a pop. Right? So the dentist office actually subsidizes you and provides food for their employees. I don't know. Maybe you're a healthy food truck. All right. So expanding operational capacity. Let's expand it. It's different for each business, but we'll discuss the process by which you can determine the zone will be most beneficial and how to come to the conclusion that best puts you in the growth zone. The growth zone. All right. This is too big. We're too big. Yay, there we go. Just right. Oh, I got to click on the picture. Okay. I know. I see what's happening here. All right. So I made this graphic. I want to change the colors, but I can't find the original graphics. So I'm going to have to remake this graphic. And it'll be pretty easy. I just haven't done it. So the comfort zone is where you're probably at right now. You are safe, you're secure, you're making okay money, and you're doing things on a regular basis. We've kind of honed down, if you're a business owner that has been a business owner for a while and you know what you're doing and you're successful, but you don't know how to get to the next level. For some reason, you've got some kind of limiting factor that is holding you back from getting into the growth zone at your level. So maybe you're at 2 million, maybe you're at 5 million a year, maybe you're at 12 million a year or more, Maybe you're at $76 million and you need to get to $120 million for some reason. That's your goal, right? Well, right now, you've got the safety, security, routine, convenience, relaxation, and pleasure of running a business. But what you really want is to get into that growth zone and start growing towards your goals. But what ends up happening when you do it is you push the limits. And now you're in the panic zone. Someone gets injured. There's objective risk. There's an emergency. There's an accident. You're like, oh, what? We sold too much. People are rushing around trying to fulfill orders, and they're getting sick from working so hard. Their immune systems are breaking down. They're getting injured on the job because we seemingly don't have enough time to clean up after ourselves. And so there's boards on the floor with nails and people step on them. It's just a nightmare work scenario. It's not great. So what we want to do is give you the action items to get into this growth zone and some security measures to make sure you don't end up in the panic zone. Does that make sense? So we're going to give you the tools to get into this growth zone. We're also going to give you tools to keep you out of the panic zone. Does that make sense for everybody? Let me know in the comments if you got questions. I will answer them. So check this out. Expanding into the growth zone can be difficult because it's not comfortable. You have to leave your comfort zone. You must understand that the growth zone can sometimes be a 3% growth in revenue from your original activity or from your additional activity. It can be an exponential growth that is comfortable due to the elasticity of your capacity. Let me say that again. It can be an activity that is just a 3% growth in revenue from your additional activity, or it can be exponential growth that is comfortable due to your elasticity of your capacity. It all depends on your structure and current methods of doing business. Right? Let's take some calculated risk. Let's do this top 3 suggestions real fast. For 23 minutes, I think I've got quite a bit. Top 3 suggestions for entering the growth zone. Take some calculated risks. Calculate your risks, plan it out, be intentional about it, and take those risks. I'm going to highlight that. Take time and spend effort to solve a problem within your business that is preventing growth. So absolutely go searching for problems to fix that are costing you money. If you need someone to do that, I raise my hand. Look at your market and do the unexpected. What is everybody else doing? How can you be different by the way that you approach things? I know, and it's exploded over the last couple of, I'd say 10 years, but the mobile detailing businesses are phenomenal. They come out and they wash your car and they detail your car at your house, at your office, but they're mobile. They just bring it to your car. They spray your car down. They wash it. They get in. They do all the detailing. You get in, it smells like a freaking pineapple and coconut. Did something dirty in your back seat. It smells nice. So look at your market and do the unexpected. That at some point was kind of a novel business idea. Well, I'm going to wash people's cars, but you don't have to take it to the car wash. I'm going to do it at your house. Now that's been around for a while, but it's blown up in the last decade or so. There's Instagram doing a lot of it too. Okay. To avoid the panic zone. Top 3 suggestions to avoid the panic zone. Policy, training, and automation are tools to assist in your capacity. Let me say that again. I think that deserves maybe even a green highlight. Don't rely on one thing. When a resource is down, your capacity drops. During a busy time, this leads to panic. So make sure that you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket, relying on one piece of software or one piece of equipment for the whole team. You need to, the old saying, 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is none. Only sell marginally more than you can back up. Now, let me clarify this. You can sell more than your capacity. It will force you to increase your capacity in some way, shape, or form. But if you want to avoid the panic zone, only sell marginally above what you can back up. Let me say that again. Only sell marginally more than you can back up. Yellow highlight for that. Don't go selling 30 times your yearly revenue in one sitting. It's going to put you in the panic zone. You're going to get people hurt if you're a manufacturing company, especially. Drought resistance and elasticity. Drought resistance infers that there's a drought, meaning nobody's purchasing your services, meaning that you're not going to get the revenue that you expected, things like that. And then elasticity, meaning, it can be elastic and change. Your business model can kind of do some acrobatics when it comes to droughts and famines and things like that. So we're not talking about real life famine. We're talking about your business is starving because you're not getting any sales. So what can you do to add resiliency to your capacity? Let's make it recession proof. Let's make recession proof hires based on the necessity of the position. Think about contractors. They'll ebb and flow with the tide of your income. They're a risk in their own way, but if you line your bench and don't become too heavily reliant on one contractor, you'll be better off. There's some things that you can do, like relying on multiple different softwares as redundancies, or having an infrastructure that allows for expansion and contraction without costing an arm and a leg. That includes policy. So reduce decision fatigue. You want to make your employees happy, make it as much algorithmic as you possibly can, and then they're really going to be able to concentrate on those heuristic things that they need to be doing. So, and if you're not following, algorithmic means just a task that someone can do by instruction every time. Hey, if this happens, do this. If this happens, do that. Then do this, then do this, then do this, and then do this. And you'll be fine, right? If they can do that, it reduces decision fatigue because they're not reinventing the wheel in their processes every time. All right. Automation or outsource. I would say automate before you do anything, outsource before you do anything else, and then you can start to hire once you have consumed all of your non-core competencies through automation and outsourcing. All right. I'm going to give you all some homework. So we just went over operations capacity today. In a basic term, we're really going to go over this. I've got new curriculum that isn't as simple and basic as this stuff in the inner circle. So guys, if you have any inkling that you might want to join the 8-week program, who knows, maybe we'll have some kind of version of the 8-week program long term. We will not be doing a lot of the one-on-one stuff. We just want to make sure that this curriculum is good for you, and we want a lot of feedback on that. So we want to be right on the pulse of the action, right? So operations capacity, I want you to map your employment operational capacity. I want you to say, hey, this is happening. This person can serve 10 clients in an hour or whatever. Map it out. Okay. The second thing is we want to map your non-employee operational capacity. That means automation. That means outsourcing. How can you expand operational capacity overnight if there is some emergency? My TikTok just went viral and people are coming through the door, right? And then find your limiting factors. What are your limiting factors? Brainstorm options to improve the biggest limiting factor, right? I'm going to have my satisfaction survey for this module. Guys, it's been a short show today. We are, hopefully you gleaned a little bit of information out of that lesson, even though it's a little short. But hopefully you learned that you can just expand. Maybe that opened your eyes. You can expand your operational capacity so that it's elastic and it doesn't have to sit at huge, so it can ebb and flow with the seasons of your business. So make sure you guys sign up for a free strategy call. The free strategy call is imperative. You guys must do that. It's going to be amazing for you. We know it because it's already been amazing for so many people. I'm posting the link in the chat right now. Guys, you have a wonderful Saturday, and I will too.